Oh, guys, somehow I convinced Bruce to send me his Doxa 300T Poseidon. Um, Man, this thing. I'm not going to go. I'm going to put a link in the description. And if you want to know the history and the story and all that, Bruce covered that way better. And really, when you start diving into all of the Doxa history and information, it is very captivating. So you almost need to read it or purchase one of the books, or extract all the information you can get off the forums or Facebook groups or all that sort of thing. So I urge you to do that. I'm not going to do that for you. I did some of it on my own, and I know enough to be dangerous with it, but I don't want to misspeak on any of it. So what I want to talk about on this guy is just my personal experience from seeing, because essentially this is the 1200T case, but they call it the 300T because of the history of it. They're like reintroducing this particular model. But so far I have had in my possession, I've seen the orange one. I didn't do a review on it, but Riley has the 1200T orange one. I did see that. Love the orange. I personally own the Caribbean one, which is the blue one. I really love that one. I wish that I had an orange hand. I wish I had the orange imprint on that outer bezel writing, and then I wish I had an orange minute hand. That one does not have that. It's white, I think, if I remember right. But I do really like the Caribbean. And then I also checked out Terry's. I guess it'd be the Sea Rambler. So the only one I haven't seen is the Shark Hunter. But there's so many black divers out there already. I think I would be impressed with it, but I'm more drawn to the colors. And quite frankly, this yellow one, in my opinion, is the best one. Unfortunately, these are limited to 500, and it's going to be hit or miss if you're going to be able to find one good one. If I haven't already depleted my funds, this would not be going back to Bruce. Like, I would be buying this from Bruce. I'm pretty sure they're going to stay around the $2,000 mark. I'm not sure, depending on condition and all that stuff, if you're going to see a plus or minus on that, how quick you're going to see that. But I think it's definitely the best one, and I would have no problem spending that money on this particular model. The yellow is just stunning. They did yellow different than I've ever seen a yellow watch. I'm not sure. It's almost like I don't want to say enamel, but maybe, I guess. I don't know what material they used. If it's just, in combination of the 3 millimeter domed sapphire or something, that gives it a really nice, you can see the cutout there around them. I wish I could zoom in more. I am going to work on getting a better lens or something, but as soon as I zoom in, it kind of distorts a little bit. You can't see as good. But you can see the cutout around the date window. You can see the printing and everything is really good. Those hands, standard Doxa stuff. I just wanted to share this with you guys because I know there's not a ton of videos out on the Poseidon, but Bruce did a good one on it already. But you have the signed Jenny Crown. You have the. If you guys have not checked out a Doxa, I urge you to do it because, and I know most of my viewers, and including myself, are mostly comfortable in that sub $500 range. But if you're gonna splurge, I think the Doxa 1200, specifically that case, the size and everything, because the case is only like 42.7 millimeter, 44.6 lug to lug. I forget the thickness. Actually, we can measure it real quick. But what I want to get to is, I think I could pretty much say it's 14.7, but that's with the dome. It doesn't wear that thick. But in my opinion, the Doxa sub 1200T, or in this case the 300T, is kind of like the working man's luxury diver. Like, you're going to buy one killer diver and you're going to stretch your goals from, the $500 comfort range up to, say, for a used one, anywhere from 12 to 1500. Or I really think the experience of buying a brand new one, once you get up into the $2,000 range or something, is worth it, because if you are selective in which color you want, you're not going to regret it. They wear amazing. Bruce has it a little bit looser. I got dirty. I just got back from a broken gas line, but you can see the thing wears great. That's on my wrist is a little bit smaller than Bruce's, but he wears them loose, so it wears perfect. The weight on it is like, it's substantial enough where you're wearing some quality metal on your wrist, but it's not overwhelming either. It's not like a big massive watch or anything. And then that Beads of Rice is just, the bracelet is amazing. And I've tried plenty of other Beads of Rice bracelets. None of them are as good as this Doxa. Doxa has it down pat. It is just amazing the way it flows over the wrist. It's like a real high quality piece of jewelry is what it feels like. And then that bezel action, again, there's a few out there, but Doxa, it's like cracking a safe or something. It's just, you could play with this. I mean, I guess you could play with anything, but don't take that the wrong way, I guess. But it's amazing, and I'm a sucker. You guys know I'm a sucker for metal bezels on stainless watches or whatever. So that's the whole monster theme, and I will own another Doxa. I wish I was in a better position to actually get this one off from Bruce, because 100% this yellow one is what I'll probably try to achieve. But we'll see. If not, I'll probably end up going for the Caribbean again. But if you guys can get this yellow Poseidon one, and if you're at all into like bright, vivid colors or something like that, get this one. The only, there's another one I want to check out. I haven't seen, is that like minty or seafoamy green or something. I know there's some other cool colors out there, so I have not seen them all, obviously. So maybe one day. There's a thing in the Doxa realm where people, they get crazy and they start collecting them all, or they'll start buying and selling them all, because there's just so many cool ones out there and you want to experience them all. And it has a nice simple case back. It's very smooth to wear. Everything's labeled, and they do put, it has the date on there, 2018. You can see it over on the right side there. These came out June of 2018. And you can see limited edition. This is number 63 of 500. That's very cool that they serial number them. In some cases, when they do limited productions where they'll have different manufacturers, like Poseidon is they're a dive company. I don't remember where out of. France, maybe? I can't remember. Sorry, that's why I didn't want to get into it, because I'll put a link. You guys can read up on it, but. They'll do other collaborations or whatever like that. And sometimes I think when they do the pre-orders on them, you'll be able to pick like your serial number. I don't really care. I'm fine with taking it in chance. But tell you what, let's do a lume shot. And then I have to get this back to Bruce, because he's going to unfortunately sell it. But and the lume on the Doxas are awesome. You have that huge minute hand that has plenty of lume in it and just glows. Even that pip is just super proud. Like, for example, here's a SKX next to it, so you can see that lume on the Doxa is just very, very good. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Doxa rules.